Hey everybody, you're watching the channel that nobody watches, James B. Carter, and I'm your host. Hi guys, quick interruption. I am aware that the audio is off and there is a tag on my glasses, but please enjoy the video anyway. Fortunately for you, James B. Carter, and welcome to another episode of I Review. And before we get into the movie, let's watch the intro.
Another wasted afternoon, spending on my own with the TV and the phone. Another wasted part of life that I will not remember when I'm dead.
Okay guys, welcome back. The movie I just watched was 2015's He Never Died, starring Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins has been in a few movies. He was in Feast, and he was in The Chase with Charlie Sheen, and also he was in this particular movie, which is called He Never Died. And let's take a look at the He Never Died trailer right about now.
Maybe you should join us for a ride. Oh, get out of my house.
How are you doing today, Jack?
We need to talk.
Do you have anything aside from being ambiguous and hostile?
Hi.
Hello? Who's Andrea?
You never mentioned a daughter.
We just met a few hours ago.
So what do you want to do today?
Bingo.
I-20.
You're kind of out there, aren't you?
Get out!
Jack. I was beginning to think that you just crawled out of the ground.
I was shocked to find out you had a kid. They have Andrea. This could be bad. What are you doing? Have you seen a young lady with a lip ring in here today?
What she look like?
A young lady with a lip ring. Hey! Are you Derek?
Yeah, motherfucker.
How old are you?
I have no idea, but I'm in the Bible if that means anything. I'm known as Cain.
Probably just gonna go kill another room full of people. You are?
Probably.
Come on!
I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to kill you. I am going to tear you apart and eat you. It's not because I want to, but I have to.
What did he tell you? Let me die!
Is this movie any good? Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Basically, Henry Rollins is estranged from his daughter and his wife. They haven't spoken in 19 years. They never really give you a reason why, except for maybe that Henry Rollins is a psychopath. He has a craving for blood and human flesh. Mainly blood. This kid that works for him is an intern at the hospital, and he's always bringing him blood. So basically, Henry Rollins is an immortal vampire. So he starts to build this relationship with his daughter for the first time in 19 years, because she's like 19 years old. This film really would have benefited more, if like it was shot in 16 or 35 millimeter. A little bit of grain, 24 frames per second. Anyway, Henry Rollins is a badass motherfucker, and he's done a lot of things in his life because he is immortal. He, was around for the Revolutionary War, and in fact, some girl that he met, she finds this picture of him, kind of like Highlander. You were alive in 1911? You're 105 years old? And he's like, older than that. She's like, well, how old are you? He's like, let's put it this way. I'm in the Bible. So it turns out that Henry Rollins is Cain. Cain from the Bible. This is not a religious film by any stretch of the imagination, so I don't want you guys to think this is some sort of religious film or message wrapped up in a horror film, because it's not. It's bloody, it's gory. It just so happens he's Cain from the Bible, but there's no religious overtones or undertones or anything like that. So basically, there's people out to kill Henry Rollins because he's done a lot of bad things in his life, and a group that he used to work for, sort of like the mafia, they want him killed because the person who's now leading this particular mafia, Henry Rollins, killed his father, or the Henry Rollins character, which his name is Jack in the movie, but he just calls himself Jack. He's really Cain, like I said, from the Bible. So they realize they can't hurt him. Guns don't work. They can shoot him all day long. They can try to drown him. He's immortal, so they cannot hurt him. In fact, there's one really cool scene where he gets shot in the head, and he pulls out the bullet with a pair of pliers. It was really fucking cool. What was another one? He gets stabbed in the back several times, shot in the chest. Eats a guy's tooth, eats a couple of fingers, eats a guy's larynx, or Adam's apple. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, they realize this guy who is in control of the mob, he realizes that they cannot kill him that way, so they want to bring him pain in a different way. And they kidnap his daughter, which he recently just met for the first time. And this pushes him over the edge. If he thought he was crazy before, now he just downright insane. He runs into all these guys, and they have no idea what they're dealing with. Basically, it's him annihilating people. The pace of the film is really good. There's a lot of funny scenes, and especially with the landlord. I thought there was a lot of funny scenes with the landlord and Henry Rollins. I really liked it. I thought Henry Rollins' performance was really good. And I don't want to tell you the ending of the movie, but it was fun. There's lots of blood, lots of gore, some comedy. I did really like this film. I think it's his best movie since Feast. He doesn't do a lot of movies. He was the executive producer on this. I have a feeling this was written for him because he was playing himself, and that's easy for him to do. So he was really good in it. Didn't have a lot of lines, even though he was the star of the film. Simple, Clint Eastwood type responses. For a while in the rumor mill, they were suggesting that he was going to be the next Superman, because at the time I think the Superman Lives was getting ready to come out, and they were going to cast a new Superman. Would be like the mid-90s, early 90s maybe. And I think his name was thrown in the hat to actually play Superman. That would have been wild. In the end, they went with Nicolas Cage, but that movie never got made anyway, so all this is pretty pointless. Anyway, if you like Henry Rollins and violent films with a little bit of humor, you're really going to like this. It's a vampire movie, but it's not Twilight, thank God. Well, anyhow, thank you for joining me in my movie room. Please hit subscribe and press that like button. I think you'll like this movie. It's on Netflix. It's called He Never Died. 2015, and yeah. Give it a shot. Check it out. Give it 15 minutes. If you don't like it, then do something else. Anywho, guys, thanks for joining me, and until next time, keep on clicking.